I'd like to speak it from the story point of view and some learnings, because a quick background about myself, while I'm a professional, so I don't come from the background where my parents said didn't study. My mother was not allowed to study to be a doctor. So my parents kind of put that in me. My father has 2 daughters, he's no more, but 2 daughters. We were educated. So I never felt I was different from a boy. I'm the elder. So I was told, you're the son in the family. My younger sister, in fact, she works with this Nobel laureate, and her papers, I mean, she's very well known in Bangalore, and she's a scientist, international scientist. Her papers are very well reputed, and she's doing extremely well as a scientist. So, we've just, and it's different, but. So I never thought till I got a kid, I mean, not even marriage, but when I had my kid, things changed. So I used to say I'm the same, there's no gender problem, but it all changed when I had to sit at home for 4 years with my kid. And my kid is now 21, and he's in Mumbai studying. So it's, life changes. So yes, as women, we are different. God made us different. We have different problems. But different is just different. It does not mean less or more. It's how you make it, right? And I remember feeling at that point when my kid was small, I'm trying to keep an eye on the time, yeah. So when my kid, I can go on and on, that's why, I'm a teacher, I teach for 30 hours on venture capital, and I have to speak on 10 minutes also. I just, watch out for the time always. So, yeah. So, I had this kid, and then 4 years I was stuck at home. It was so depressing. It was terrible. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I'm an optimist. I love life. And here, this was a period when I was so depressed. I was waiting. I remember still, counting. And my kid was born in the US, and winter. I used to wait for the day was very small, 22nd December or 23rd December. I remember waiting for it to come and saying, the days will be longer. I still remember those hours wouldn't pass. It's like Einstein said, right? I mean, he talked about women and so when you sit with a charming young girl, time passes fast, so it's relative. So I faced a terrible time in relativity. But today, I see myself as I wish I had known at that time to enjoy my life and enjoy my time with my kid. I was forced to be a housewife. And I used to really get depressed. But I've told this to some of my younger women friends, and one lady had to sit at home for a few years. And she said, I enjoyed my time. Thanks, Anjana, for allowing me to enjoy that. So I think as women and others should also realize that times are changing. It's not always the same. So the career path for women, and I have a close friend who teaches in IMB, she studied women's careers, and she always says this, women's career paths are very different. You will see me as a consultant, I'm an entrepreneur, consultant, I'm a teacher. My career is so different from some other men. Why is it so? It's not by choice. It's because I'm a woman. But it's not any less. Yeah, I don't think some of them have the opportunity to come and speak at with such a wonderful audience. So I'm just sharing not just my personal story, but a lot of others. We face that lack of self-confidence. I remember a time, and I'm going to close with that, Rod. You don't need to go there, right? So I've seen that. I didn't have confidence. When I went back after sitting at home for 4 years, went back to my job, I didn't think I was competent. And I had about 10 people tell me, Anjana, you're competent. It's just that you lack confidence. Today, I have that confidence. It took me 20, 25 years to get that back. Right? So that lack of confidence kills us women. It's our own problem. It's not the world's problem. It's not a glass ceiling from outside. It's an internal problem. And so if we know that we are competent, if we know that we have those skills, I think we can go much further.